your patience for waiting and also for joining the call. Said, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Pads.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. A special thanks to our guests for honoring the invite to come and share us um, what knowledge they have about this topic of career counseling and leadership development, and just overall getting ready for the workspace. So we wanted to have this discussion because, like, starting from grade 9 going to 10, 11, and 12, learners are faced with the very big decision of deciding what career path they're going to take, and they often do so with very limited information. People just pick what's right in front of them. Like, if you ask a child, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an engineer, without really much thought going into it, without having um, prior discussions with the relevant people in the field doing those particular jobs, aligning it with your interests, with your overall vision for your life. So we thought, okay, let us assemble a panel of people who have some experience, who have been there themselves, who can then give advice to our learners. So I would like to welcome Mendy and Nomfundo, who are the guests for our first session, who are going to help us lay the foundations of what goes on into making such a decision. We're going to talk about things like how do you prepare, like, your wellness, your mental and psychosocial well-being, which is something that is not often spoken about. So please do listen and jot down some questions, and we'll give you an opportunity to come in at the end. So Mendy and Nomfundo, in the interest of time, in the interest of time, I would like you to introduce yourselves in whatever way feels good for you in this context. Who are you? What do you do? And yeah, let's take it from there. Nomfundo, do you want to go first?
Hey, Fatima, thank you so much for having me. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm in my car. It's part of my work. Like, my car is my office. My name is Nomfundo Mohapi. I'm a clinical psychologist by training, but now I working for my own business, Center for Mental Wellness and Leadership. I'm really excited to be here. I think it's such a crucial conversation to have.
Hi, I will go
Thanks,
next.
Nomfundo. Mendy?
Hi, so I am Mandy from Red and Yellow Creator School of Business. I am the Education Relationship Manager for the Red and Yellow School. So my job essentially is to make sure that students coming into a marketing field are the right type of students, and that they are advised to make sure that they are in the right industries. And not only that, I have a dual role in terms of what's happening in schools, and how we can help this at school level, as well as a tertiary level.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, ladies. So let's jump into our first question. I want you to think back to when you were in high school, when you were in, you know, grade 12, grade 11. What was the concept of career guidance or career counseling that you were introduced to? Who introduced it to you? Um, just think back and, or did you meet it later when you were in university? What was the process? Mandy?
All right. So back in my days, and we are certainly going well, back in the years. So I actually had no career counseling whatsoever. Um, Schools didn't provide us with any type of inkling on what jobs were out there. You literally got the guidance more from your parents. And if you were interested in something, you had to find out for yourself. So we weren't very much given into the opportunities. And how I came about, I actually fell into optometry optometry just by working at an optometrist when I was younger. And then obviously I learned to love it and studied and much went on from there. And I got it in much later in life. And then I fell into the career path that I'm in now because realizing later, much later in life, that I want to guide people, help people. My passion is with people and especially students because I did not have that. So that's why I'm here today.
I had some sort of like a similar experience myself. So
Mhm.
how do you pivot from a career that where you studied and trained and then make the decision to move into something else? Like what's the thought process?
Okay, so with the thought process there, so I think when you're younger, and I can definitely now talk from experience, is that what I had obviously, you didn't have any types of guidance, and what I do now is I go into the schools, and I feel the responsibility of schools have definitely changed, and even the students and parents. I mean, they are a lot more involved with kids' lives now, and with that, obviously, the choices are much more variety, and the kids nowadays are a lot more informed, and that really helps in terms of having a guidance in a career path. But with my thought process when I was younger, you were put into the workplace straight away to kind of figure out, is that what you want to do? And, you can change career paths later in life. However, my recommendation is to try and get your passion and what you want to do first time round. It certainly makes a more stable life for you. Obviously, with the money aspect, you'll find that that works a lot better. And then from there, you just absolutely grow. Um, so this is where obviously say now, or this is where my career path lies now, is that informing education departments, informing different types of schools and students, what is your career path out there. With Red and Yellow Creative School of Business, it's all about the marketing industry, and because of the marketing industry, you are allowed to actually do a brand awareness. Everybody's very aware of a brand awareness, and to create your own brand to go out there. And I think knowing what you need to do in life, I think that is really important. And ask the questions. If you don't ask the questions, you're not going to get the answers. So ask your teachers, ask your parents. Go to school. If you don't know if this is the career path you want to do, go to as many open days as you possibly can, and especially in grade 9.